Sir, my next question to you. There is one Senji Mastan, who is the Minister for Department of Minorities and Waqf Board and everything. Yesterday, he has come out in the open saying that he is an astrologer too. Not that kind of astrologer who reads from the parrot given cards or a palm from the palm leaves, or a proper astrologer who compares the squares or the jataka. He says, I am an astrologer too, because I am sure that even the 5th generation will continue to rule in Tamil Nadu, the DMK government, and Stalin will live up to 100 years to rule. Tamil Nadu. And he said, whatever is premonitions will come true, because he has a black tongue, like how a cobra or a black mamba has. The moment it sticks out its tongue, you can see only black color of the tongue. So he, in the open meeting, when he is addressing a public gathering, he stood aside from the mic, came out, and he pulled out his tongue to show that his tongue is very black, and saying that his predictions will definitely come true. This is one part. The second part is, just a few days back, he goes to a temple and then he recites the name of Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin, Durga Stalin, Udayanidhi Stalin and Mastan, and asking the Purohit to do the Archana or the puja which is done to God to favor the said people's names. What is your take on this?
I want to just ask Mr. Mastan. Don't you have shame? You are an atheist. Your party is an atheist. How you can go to the temple and do these archanas and everything in favor of your leader? It's a very great shame on Dravidian party like DMK. Second one, he is not a soothsayer.
Yes.
He says that he knows astrology. He says that Stalin will be living for 100 years. The same, Karunanidhi was also telling the same thing. When he was 93, he was telling that I will be living up to 100 years.
Okay.
I will cross 100 years. But had he crossed? And
but indeed there was
more than 10 to 15 years, he was in the wheelchair.
Yes.
He was not active. He could not even stand. He could not even walk.
After the spinal surgery.
He was taking only the liquid food. So these people are not God. And everything, astrologer is, what is that? To become a very good astrologer, you should have discipline in your own life. These people are drunkards. A drunkard cannot become a good astrologer. They should follow some good principles. They should not take non-vegetarian. They should not even bluff. They should follow good principles. Only such people, if they predict about the future, so then that will happen. These people have been doing so many evil things, because evil doers, these people. Definitely, these people work will not come true. So that is why, to become an astrologer, if your words should come true, you should have required qualification. Everybody cannot become an astrologer. In those days, our saints had written in what is that, Volichuvadi, about all these things. Because they had led a very disciplined life. That is why they have got the capacity, what is that, all their utterings, whatever they tell them, that had come true. Simply because of the qualification they have got. These people, what these people have got the qualification? He is a minister. He is looting people's money. How can his wordings will come true? How can wordings come true? So these people are blabbering. And the most shameful thing is that very proudly they have been going to the temple. And hereafter, atheists should not be, because other religion people are not allowed in Hindu temples. That is a rule of in some of the temple. My opinion is that these atheists should also not to be allowed inside the temple, because they had made scathing attacks, scathing remarks against the God.
Yes.
They had wounds, chapels on the images of God, They had beaten the images of God with chapels in those days. That is called Dravidan model. This Dravidan models don't have the shame to that they have been going to the temple. So these people who are looting the people's money, and their weddings will not come true. Not fourth generation or fifth generation. First thing I am predicting, Stalin will definitely live for 100 years. He is now only 70, 69 or 70. Even at this stage he has got severe health problem. He will not live for 100 years. Definitely what is that, fourth generation, fifth generation will not rule. Because if your next generation should rule the country, you should have done some good things to the people. You should have got the blessings of God. Then only you can become the rulers. In those days, kings, after that, princes had ruled the country. Because in those days, criminals had ruled the country by following dharma. What happened? The Manunidi Cholan, what happened? He had given verdict against his own son.
Yes.
That's why his siblings had become the rulers of the country. You take Pandya Neduncheliyan. After knowing that he had given a wrong verdict against Kannagi, he just died on the palace. He died on the palace itself. This is what in those days rulers have been doing. Only if since they have done some good thing, their siblings have become the rulers. These people, they have been looting the country. They have been making attacks. They have been ridiculing against the God. How can these people rule the country for fourth generation or fifth generation? Definitely, even Udayanidhi will not become the chief minister.
No, for that matter,
if there is the dharma in the world, Udayanidhi Stalin will not rule the state.
No, for that matter, when Karunanidhi was ruling, we've also seen the colorful past of Stalin. We know at young age how he was. Now he is ruling the state.
That is what cause. As there is bad time for individuals, there will also be bad time for the country. If there is a bad time for the country, only bad people will rule the country. This is what had happened in Ravana. That is what happened. This had happened in Irania. Only those demons have ruled the country when there is bad time for the country. That is why whenever there is a bad time for Tamil Nadu, these atheists will become the chief ministers, and this will not prolong long. This will not go for a fourth generation or fifth generation. I just tell you, and you take it granted, definitely after Stalin, these people cannot rule the country, and this is only a temporary
phase.
Because this is a Kaligalam, what we call. When Kaligalam has come, only bad people. Because Jayalalitha had replied once, 2006, when she had lost power, the reporters had gone to her, and they had asked one question: what is this, you had lost the election? Do you have the bad time now? For which Jayalalitha said, I do not have bad time. Tamil Nadu had got a bad time. That is why bad people have come to power.
That's true.
That is what I want to say. Now this is bad time for Tamil Nadu. No bad people, and they have been ruling the country, and this will not last long. Very soon.
No, anyway, these we can't take these ministers' whatever utterances to be very serious. Now, turning the other way, Durga, we all know Durga Stalin has been even prior to Stalin becoming a chief minister. She has been very systematically and very meticulously. She's been going to temples and performing all those pujas for her husband to become the chief minister. Now her son has become the minister after consulting so many astrologers, giving the right time, right date and everything. Now, when she visited a recent Hindu temple, the umbrella which carries the Lord, the deity, it was raining and she is just walking. Probably it's not even so long that she has to walk to get inside the temple. And irony is that the umbrella which is shielding the god, they are carrying it for her and she is walking. Don't you think that they are taking things too far? Coming from an atheist family, she might be a believer in God, but doesn't mean that she has to take so much of privilege and so much of liberty. What is your take on this?
According to Agama rules, that divine umbrella should be used only for the deities and gods. That is the Agama rule.
Yes. Agama Vidhi, they say.
Agama Vidhi, they will be saying in Tamil as Agama Vidhi. And even for Tirupati, Venkadachalam, there is the divine umbrella function. It is a very special function.
Yes.
They will be using the divine umbrella and the deity of Lord Venkadeshwara, and it will be coming in a procession. It is a very big usual function which will be held in Chennai. So even because she says that everybody thinks that Durga Stalin is a firm believer in God.
Yes.
If she is a firm believer in God, on seeing the divine umbrella, she should have instructed the priest and everybody not to use it for me. Use
Correct.
it for God. If she is a good devotee, and she is not a good devotee, how can she use it? Even if they use it, she should have prevented it.
Yes.
Why she did not do so? What had happened on that day? Segar Babu, who is the minister and HRNC minister, he has been instructing the priest to use the divine umbrella for the Durga stand. So only based on his instruction, priest, because he is the minister. Temple is under the control of the government.
Yes.
He is the HRNC minister, so they cannot. They are helpless. That is why they were using the divine umbrella for Durga stand and an ordinary umbrella for the deities. It's a very great shame, no?
Yes.
That is why I have been putting the demand to the government that HRNC should not control the Hindu temples.
Yes.
Hindu temples should be should be functioning independently, and whatever, because in those you could have read about Ravana history. Ravana's wife Mandodari was a very firm believer of God.
Yes.
She was a very firm believer, and she used to do pujas and everything, but her faith on divinity.
But Ravan himself was a big Shiva.
The Shiva. But
Shiva
she's
believer.
a firm believer, and her her devotion to God did not
change Ravan's ways.
Did not change the fate of Ravana. Ravana had been doomed by Rama.
Yes.
That is why, simply because somebody's wife is very firm believer in God, all these atheists cannot be escaped from the clutches of God. Definitely, this is what is called blasphemy. My opinion is that this is a blasphemy act done by Durga Stalin. She should have prevented. Suppose if you are going there, if anybody uses the divine umbrella, will you accept it?
No, I will never.
You will say that you will run away from that. Any firm believer of God will not accept this, because it is only for used for divine deities. That is why definitely these people will soon get the punishment for the act of this blasphemy.
And Durga Stalin, for having got married to such a husband and having got a son like Udayanidhi, and visiting temples is not a crime as long as you don't use the deity's personal belongings like umbrella or whatever, which is only meant for the deity.